So let's play with some makeup that I just picked up during the Sephora holiday sale. I already have a video with the haul, but today we're gonna try them on and I'm gonna give you my first impression on all of these products. So I'm really excited, I'm ready. All I have is moisturizer on my face and sunscreen. And I'm gonna go with this new by Dior. This is a primer. It's a mini one that I got. I want to see how it is before I get the big version. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer in the shade 001 Universal, and it comes with this cute spatula. So we're gonna apply this to the face. Oh, it has a nice scent like all Dior products. It smells like perfumey. Not very strong, so if you don't like scent, just keep that in mind that it's not strong at all. And I'm just gonna use my hands. So the primer feels very silicone-y. It's not sticky and it feels hydrating. It just went right into the skin and it feels very satin-like. Now let's hope that this will work really good with my new Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation. This is in the shade 1N. Shake really well. So it comes with a pump. First time using it. And let's see here. Very liquidy, I see. Let's see if this is a good match. So I'm going to pump a little bit more. And then we'll see if this is enough. So I'm going to go with my BK Beauty 101 brush. And see how this foundation looks. Wow. So far, I'm loving what I'm seeing. It's a very interesting feeling. It doesn't feel like I'm applying foundation. It's just like it perfects your skin and it melts into the skin. First impression, that's what I'm noticing. Wow. So I'm going to go in with my Dampen Beauty sponge. I don't know if this one has a smell, or I'm smelling the primer. So it says that it's a glow foundation. I do see a little bit of glow, but I don't see that oily type of glow, like the natural type of glow. The skin looks perfected. It does look hydrated. It does look like has a little bit of glow. It's not too glowy. It's not too hydrating. It's not too drying. It's just so beautiful. Wow. It looks great. So I'm gonna apply a little bit on my sponge, just a little bit, and try to cover the eyelids as well. It's a very interesting feeling. I haven't experienced a feeling with any of my other foundation like this. It just disappears into your skin without looking like you're wearing a foundation. Very interesting. So remember, these are my first impressions. So first impression right now, I think that this foundation looks stunning. I just love it so much. It doesn't look drying and it doesn't look oily. It just looks perfect. So far this is a great start. Now I don't have a new concealer. However, I do have the Dior Forever Skin Corrector. And again, this is in the shade 1N. So I'm going to show you how they look side by side. So this is the concealer and this is the foundation. Very, very cute, and they're both in 1N, so hopefully you can see. I'm gonna put them this way so you guys can see the difference in case you're interested in picking this up. So let's move on with this concealer. See, the concealer looks a little bit darker than the actual foundation, but I picked up 1N because I knew that the concealer in 1N looks really nice, but when you blend it, it's actually nice and perfect coverage and still brightens your skin and covers your imperfections. So I'm gonna jump into powder for now and just powder the eyelids, and I picked up the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. This is the Brightening Flawless Finish, and this is in the shade Fair Medium. It's a complexion perfecting eye and face micro powder, and this totally reminds me of the Pat McGrath one that I always use. So I'm gonna go in with a BK Beauty 113 brush and just apply it on the eyelids for now, and then we're gonna apply it on the face later on because I'm gonna go in with a cream product. Ooh, exactly like my Pat McGrath. I love this, and look at the cute packaging. It looks like it has angel wings. Isn't it pretty? So luxurious and beautiful. So we're gonna come back to that powder. Now I don't have a new bronzer, so because we're gonna have some Patrick Ta products coming right along, I'm gonna use my Patrick Ta bronzer in the shade She's Sculpted, and I'm gonna quickly bronze my face. So first I'm going to sculpt it, and I'm going to use my BK Beauty 109, which is going to go into this contour shade, which is a cream shade. And now I'm going to go into a BK Beauty 107 brush and use the actual bronzer. Oh, I forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys noticed back there, those flowers, they're called crazy daisies, and my nice husband actually picked those up for me yesterday just for no reason, just because they're called crazy daisies. So I guess it matches with my personality. But yeah, I just really love them. They're so colorful and they last a long time. I just love them so much. It just adds a little bit of pop of color in the background. So I thought I should mention those. Okay, so let's move on to the next product I picked up during this Sephora holiday savings event, and I'm so excited. I will swatch it for you guys. It's by Patrick Ta, and this is the blush in the shade Oh She's Different. So I picked up the bronzer here so I can show you the difference in sizing in case you've never tried a Patrick Ta product and you're interested. So this is the bronzer and this is the blush. And let's open it up. And it's this beautiful berry shade. Okay, so here it's swatched. This is just the powder. This is just the balmy part of the blush, the cream. And this is the powder with the cream. So here's a close-up so you guys can have an idea on how this looks. So pretty. Look at those shades. I love them. Okay, so let's go apply this to the face. So I'm gonna start with the powder. So I'm gonna use a BK Beauty 104 brush. Ooh, so the powder is very pigmented, so be careful. Seems like it was too bright. Turn down the light a bit. That shade is so pretty. So just like all his other blushes, he has the nice lid here in case you're new to his blushes, just to protect the cream and the powder from each other. Wow, this is so pretty. Look at that nice shade. I love this shade. So let's add a little bit more, a little bit on the top of the nose. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the cream one, and the cream is just a very cute balm, and I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 109, this mini foundation brush. Ooh, it's actually really pigmented on the cheeks, you can see. So this is just a balm by itself. So I'm not going to add highlighter. I don't have a highlighter because I think that this cream actually acts as a highlighter itself, makes it look nice and balmy. Wow. What do you guys think? I'm going to zoom you in so you guys can see up close how this shade looks. Okay, so this is a close-up of the actual blush. I definitely suggest his blushes. Okay, so let's move on to powder. So I'm going to go into the Charlotte Tilbury powder and let's set the face. I'm going to do one side so we can see if there is a difference. So for my under eye area, I'm going to use, like for this part, the T-zone, I'm going to use a small brush and just do one side here. So we see if we notice a difference. Oh yeah, right away you can see very small difference. So you can see that the pores are gone. Okay, so this side has the powder and there's no powder here. So you can see that this side has been kind of airbrushed a little bit. The pores have been filled, are disappearing. Here you can still see stuff underneath the eye, the lines here, they're all gone. So you can see that it did provide some nice coverage, and I love the shade. I love that it's so thin. It's just a thin powder and it's not thick, and you can barely detect it on the face. Again, keep in mind I have normal to dry skin, and I think that this looks really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on this side as well. Yes, my biggest thing is that it's non-drying. It doesn't look cakey on my face and it doesn't disturb the foundation, and it just looks very flawless. So powder applied, very impressed. Now let's move on to the beautiful Patrick Ta palette, and this is the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, which is Look at this beautiful browns. I don't know if you guys need any swatches. This palette has been out for a long time, but I can swatch the shimmers for you guys. Okay, so here are all of the shimmers in the Patrick Ta palette. What I did is I swatched the whole top row here, which is all shimmery, and then I also swatched this one last because it has some shimmers in it. So you guys can see those beautiful shades. They're so wearable from the darkest to the lightest. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous shades. Love them. Okay, so I try my best with my left hand to swatch, and here we have from the lightest matte to the darkest. This is just one swipe on my hand, and I didn't even add an extra color. So here is the whole palette, all the shimmers and all of the mattes. So I think I'm gonna go in with this shade. They don't have names, I don't think so. Oh yeah, they do have names on the back. These are the two creams right here. Those two are cream shades, very creamy. This is how they look, very, very creamy. So let's do a live swatch of the cream ones. That is beautiful. Let's start with a transition shade. So I'm going to start with this one right here, the lightest one as transition. So I'm going to go into a BK Beauty 201 brush. Oh, that looks so pretty. I'm so excited about this palette. Let's move on to a BK Beauty 212 brush and go into this shade right here, which is the second lightest. They're very powdery, so be careful. So I'm just going to apply it in the crease here. Very powdery and very pigmented. However, they're very easy to use. You can blend them beautifully. There's no patchiness. Oh, they work so nice. Okay, so I'm going to go in my first brush and kind of diffuse the lines here. I love these browns. Okay, now let's go into this shade and add it like right in the crease. So I think I'm going to go with a BK Beauty 212 and intensify this line here. Just want to use as many shades as possible for you guys. This is a very interesting, it kind of looks the same shade as my BK Beauty brushes. It's dark, but it has a nice burgundy undertone. So again, you don't have to use all the shades that I'm using. I just want to test the palette with as many shades as I possibly can. Now I'm going to go in a BK Beauty 203 brush and I'm going to go into the darkest shade right here. So I'm not using the creams today, but the creams, you can use them by intensifying your color more. So I'm just going to add this in the outer corner here. So go back into a fluffy brush and diffuse it. Look how beautiful that looks. Love it. Okay, so let's see here. I don't know what shades I'm going to use. I'm going to go into this darkest shimmery shade. And just put it kind of in the middle towards outer corner. We're going to try use as many shades as we can. I think I'm going to go in with this more golden one. It looks kind of pink. Does it have a shift? I don't know. This one right here. Oh yeah, and add this right in the middle there. So pretty. And then let's move on. We're going to skip the middle one. And let's move on to this one and then this one. So I think that this one... yeah, this one I'm going to add it in the inner corner. Ooh, very beautiful. Look at that. Has some like silver sparkles in it. I love that they're not chunky, but they're also not soft so that they disappear on your eye. They're actually very like out there. So I'm going to go into this last shimmer. I'm going to use my pinky and try add this in the inner corner here. See how it looks. Ooh, pretty. So you can use this for inner corner or all over the eyelid. That looks wonderful. So I'm going to go with my beauty sponge and just sharpen this area up a bit here. I'm going to start with this one first. I'm going to use a BK Beauty 207 brush. Just want to tie the bottom with the top a bit here. So now I'm going to go into a BK Beauty 209 brush and go into this darkest shade right here, this dark brown, and just add it in the outer corner only here. Smoke this outer corner out a bit. Okay, so let's move on to the next product that I have here, and this is by Melt Makeup. This is the Ultra Matte Gel Liner, and this is in the shade Spliff, which is the brown one. It's so pretty, and I want to create a nice wing here. So you can always go into those Patrick Ta ones, but since this is a new product that I want to to use. I'm going to try it on camera. So I'm going to start with a BK Beauty 208 brush and just intensify this lash line. This is always so hard to do on camera. So I'm going to go off camera and finish this other eye, and I'll be right back. So how is Mama going to feel? How is Mommy going to feel? How Mama going to feel? Are you on Mommy's makeup table? Yeah? Are you on Mommy's makeup table? Do you think you're a kitty? Oh. Okay, so the eyes are complete. I went ahead and I applied mascara, and I've used my Clinique High Impact Curling Mascara, and I think that the eyes turned out so good. Okay, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on all of these products, whether I recommend them based on first impressions or not. But here is a close-up of the eyes complete. I think they turned out so nice, and that gel liner, so easy to use. Okay, so let's move on to lips. So for lips, this is newer that I just purchased. It wasn't in the Sephora haul. It was right before the actual Sephora holiday sale. And this came in stock. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. This is such a beautiful shade. I know that everybody's raving about it. So pretty. So let's go ahead and apply this. I feel like this shade emphasizes your lips in such a nice way, and it looks so pretty on the lips. It matches the lip color very nicely. Now for lipstick, I don't have a new lipstick. However, I did pick up the Haus Labs PhD Hybrid Lip Oil in the shade Tint, but I have nothing else on the lips, just lip liner. And let's see how this settles on my lips. This is supposed to change your lip color into that nice pink. Not very pigmented, but let's give it a second here. So I'm in front of a window right now. As you can see, the sun is shining through, and I wanted to show you how this foundation and how the complexion looks like in natural sunlight. So here is where the sun hits it. This is what the foundation looks like. And the blush and the eyeshadow, I think it looks nice. And the lips. Beautiful, right? And then here is in front of my window with no lights on, that just the actual natural light hitting through. So you can see how nice the complexion looks. I think it's just beautiful. I hope this is helpful. I'm trying to always show you how it looks in natural light when using all of these expensive products to see if it's worth buying or not. But I think like beautiful, beautiful glow, coverage, everything you need from this foundation. Lips, lip color looks nice, and the eyeshadow looks very nice and sparkly and just stunning. So I hope that this is helpful. And this is the final look. What do you guys think? I'm so excited. I love everything. Okay, so let me get started on the first thing we have applied. The Dior primer. I love it. My favorites are the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter and the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This primer worked beautiful. I don't know if it's because it's Dior and it works great with Dior products. Felt nice and hydrating and very satin-like finish. Love it. So far, no problems. I'm going to try it with other foundations and see how it works. Oh, the foundation. I love this. I 100% recommend it. From the packaging to the beautiful shade that matched my skin perfectly. If you have fair skin like I do, this 1N works wonderful. The consistency of the product is very interesting. So it's liquidy, but when you apply it to the face, you don't feel the wetness of the liquid. It just melts into the skin, and it provides a very, very HD effect to the skin. It's your skin, but better. It doesn't make your face look like you're wearing foundation, and you don't feel it on the face. It feels like nothing. It even feels lighter than cream. Such an interesting formula. So I love this. I've never experienced anything like this with any of my other foundations. So I definitely recommend this product. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. I don't see any dryness under my eye. So let me zoom you in so I can show you. I have not touched up or anything. So this is what my under eye area looks like with this powder. Of course, my whole face, because I've applied it all over my face. It looks very airbrushed. I love it. The same as I love my Givenchy Pre-Cement Libre powder. I get the same effect with that one, but I'm excited because I can use this under my eyes, but this powder has not made my concealer settle into the fine lines. So this powder worked really nice for me. I have mature, normal to dry skin, and this powder I definitely recommend. So far, based on first impressions, the Patrick Ta blush in the shade Oh She's Different. If you have not tried any Patrick Ta blushes, I think that this blush is very universal and very easy to use and perfect to use on a lot of skin tones. Maybe if you would like to try a Patrick Ta blush, I suggest to maybe go with this shade and see how you like the formula. You cannot go wrong with his blushes. I have a lot of his blushes and I love each and every one of them in their own way. Beautiful and very pigmented and long lasting, and you get two blushes in one. So if you want to go with more of a natural look one day, you can just go with the balmy one, with the cream one. If you want to go more intense like I did, you can apply both of them or just a powder. You have so many options using his blushes, and this is my #1 product I definitely recommend to all of you. Now let's move on to the actual palette. This palette is out of this world. Look at those shimmers. So this is more of a glam look, and you can use this palette for every day, going to work, school, for a natural makeup look only, or you can go all glam for an evening look, New Year's party. This palette is beautiful and the shades are not patchy. They're so easy to use. The shimmers are not drying and they're not flaky and they don't have chunky pieces in them. They're just perfect. I cannot say enough good things about this palette. Plus the bonuses that you get, these 2 unique shades. So if you don't want to use a gel liner like I used, you can go into this shades with a small brush and you can use this shades as liners. You have so multiple things you can do with this palette, so I definitely recommend this palette. Now lip liner, yes, this is a beautiful lip liner. I don't know if it's worth the hype, the Anywhere Caffeine, just because a celebrity used it, but I bought it because I wanted to try it myself. It's just a beautiful nude shade that matches probably a lot of the lip colors out there, your natural lip color. You can buy this probably from the drugstore. I bought it myself because I wanted to try it and show you guys, and I'm happy with it. I actually love the component. Feels very smooth on the lips, but without being too gel-like that you have to sharpen this every second you use it. I just love this liner. So I don't know if I would recommend for someone to spend so much money on a lip liner, but I'm happy I have it in my collection. Now this PhD Hybrid Lip Oil in the shade Tint. This is what my lips look like right now. Isn't it pretty? Like, it adds that nice pink shade to your lips without drying your lips. I've heard people saying that this are drying on their lips. Not on mine. I feel it very hydrating, but hydrating to the point where it's not oily and greasy. It's just a perfect hydration with a tint of color. Really love this one. Here is the last product I forgot to mention. This is the Melt Ultra Matte Gel Liner. I love this gel liner. If you want to pick one of this up, I recommend this brown one. I have the black one too, but I think the brown one adds that nice softness to the eye. The black one is really black, so if you like an intense black, go with that one. But this is what the brown one looks like, and it is just very moussey, very easy to use. You just have to barely touch the product and it creates this nice, fast, easy wing that anyone can do. It doesn't transfer on the eyelid and it does last a long time. I love this product. So like I said, I recommend the brown one. I love the brown one a little bit more than the black one. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what was your favorite product in today's video, and I hope you enjoyed this look. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe down below. It would mean so much to me, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.